The Denver Broncos broke the internet in the offseason when they made a trade for quarterback Russell Wilson, and now they have fired Nathaniel Hackett, who was also hired as their new head coach in the offseason. And this season, the Broncos have only won 4. In week 2, they defeated the Texans 16-9, and they won by 1 point in week 3 against the Niners. Then they lost 4 straight before picking up a win in week 8 against Jacksonville, who are an exiting mess. However, Denver went on to lose the next 5 before picking up win number 4 against Arizona 24-15. But things could change in Denver since Nathaniel Hackett is gone now, and the Broncos are in search for a new head coach. It's no secret that the Denver Broncos will keep Russell Wilson. Denver has struggled to find a QB that could start at the position and perform well, but now it seems like the Broncos have found their guy. Wilson hasn't really shown much this season, and for some reason it seems like Russell is not himself. He has dealt with injuries and has not looked 100%. He has only played 13 games and just has 3,019 passing yards with 12 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. The bigger problem, it feels that Russ doesn't have a good chemistry with his receivers just yet. Drops has been a problem and a lack of communication. There are times where they aren't on the same page. Jerry Jeudy has 55 catches for 780 yards and 6 touchdowns. I was expecting a little more out of him. He has had only 2 games with over 100 yards, and that was in week 1 and in week 16 in that total blowout L to the Rams. The other guy has been Courtland Sutton, who has 57 receptions for over 750 yards but only 1 touchdown. I think it makes a lot of sense that the Broncos fired Nathaniel Hackett. Don't get me wrong, he has done a great job in this league. He came from the Packers. Aaron Rodgers won back-to-back MVPs while Nathaniel was their OC, and also did spend time with the Bills and Jags as their offensive coordinator. But it was obvious he did not work for Denver. That offensive scheme was bad. Now, he had to deal with players missing games due to injuries and the poor performance by Russell Wilson, so that didn't really help. I mean, after that embarrassing loss to the Rams, it made sense for Hackett to go, and it was the right decision. But to be honest, most likely another team will give him a chance. But the biggest question is if Denver will be able to turn it around with Russell Wilson and their upcoming new head coach. It will really all depend on who the Broncos hire. There has been some great coaches at a very young age that have succeeded in this league, like Kyle Shanahan, who is a genius when it comes to calling plays, and the 49ers look like a Super Bowl contender, as well as the Vikings and their new head coach Kevin O'Connell. O'Connell got these guys balling out, but if Denver plays its cards right, they can end up having a Kyle Shanahan or a Nick Sirianni. What a great job Sirianni has done for the Eagles and that franchise. But the right person that can create an offense around Russell Wilson will be the answer. They locked him up with that contract and they have to keep moving forward, but it really could be late for Russell Wilson to figure it out. Wilson isn't a bad player. I like his play a lot, but he has had his moments like last season with Seattle, and now it has transferred over with the Broncos. Denver will need to create an offensive scheme around Russell Wilson and the guys around. It will definitely be one heck of an offseason for the Broncos. I think the future is bright for them, but we'll have to wait and see how things will play out in Denver. Bitch, we some stars, pull up in foreign cars.